Everyone knows my favourite medicinal herb. You probably use it in lots of culinary dishes in your household. Let's take a look at garlic closely. If you smell it, you can smell a rich sulphur flavour, which is the antibiotic part of the plant, which kills bacteria and viruses. Then, if we have another smell, there's that sharp green note in it, which is your immune boosting quercetin, which helps to break down mucus and infection. Today we're going to make a cold busting syrup with garlic. Now this may sound funny, but when you have a cold, one of the great things about having a cold is you usually lose your sense of taste and smell. So even though we're going to be using a whole bulb of garlic, you won't be able to smell it, but you'll think it in the future because it will clear away your whole infection. To make a congestion busting syrup, today we will need 1 bulb of garlic. There is your European type of garlic or your traditional. Today I'll use traditional. We'll need 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. Is that too high? Mm-hmm. No. And 1/4 of a cup of organic honey. You also might need a handy garlic roller. Find this at your local Asian market. And then you'll need a jar to keep your syrup in. I recommend preserving your jar with hot water before you use it to take away any residue left in the jar. The first thing we need to do is break apart our garlic. Grab the little pieces of garlic out of your bowl, and then we need to crush them or roll them to get off that skin and also to start to release those volatile oils, which is that pungent green notes that I was talking about before. You can put it straight into a pan with 1/4 of a cup of water, which we're going to boil later to create our base for our congestion busting syrup. When you've got your pot on the stove, it's very important to put a lid on it because the volatile oils, which are your active constituents in the garlic, dissipate in the heat into the air, and you want to trap them in the water and not have them floating around in your environment so you can use them to fight your congestion. So we're going to leave that to bring to a slight simmer. Then we will take it off the heat and cool it before we combine it with the other ingredients to create our syrup. So once it's stopped bubbling and simmering and it's cooled to the point where you can touch the pot, you can have a wee taste and see what it tastes like. It has infused that pungent flavour of the sulphur, and it's got quite a nice sweet flavour. You can start assembling it in your jar. Place the honey in first. Honey is an amazing antibiotic herb, and it also helps to coat your throat when you've been coughing so much and losing your protective coating in your mucous membranes. Some for me. Then you want to add this water. What I like to do is pour it into that little measuring cup that you've got your honey in, just so it can soak up the rest of that honey. Now it's important to get all these garlic bulbs because you're going to end up taking these like a pill, and also for them to keep infusing if you've having it over the course of a week or so. Now just to cut that honey and to create a preservation of the cough syrup, add your vinegar. Tighten up the lid and oh, wow, it's a great lid, isn't it, babe? It's a great lid. Okay, I'll come back. Tighten up the lid and just shake it to break up that honey in the bottom. Sometimes you need to get in there and stir it. Oh, it's got a beautiful garlicky smell. Okay, if you're going to take some, I recommend grabbing out a piece of that garlic, popping it in a small dish, pouring in a little bit of your syrup. Maybe I'll take 2 today, be a good little treat for me. And then all you do is slosh it back. It's beautiful. It's like drinking one of those Chinese herbal soups, and that garlic is going to keep working in my system to break up the congestion. I hope you enjoyed Herbapedia's first vlog on how to make a garlic cough syrup, and I hope you join me again to learn more wonderful ways you can enjoy herbs in your own life. Thank you.